finally back.
Yep.
Long ass time.
Well,
Uh,
you were so busy ringing a bell, being a bum.
yes, everyone knows what that means, Eric.
Well, if you don't know what it means that he stands outside stores and rings bells like a bum,
It
because he, in fact,
helps.
lives in Bumtown.
You're still getting those tickets to Bumtown. No, people want to ask why the hell we were gone. We didn't have one last week because it was Thanksgiving, no news.
Yeah, well, and I've had a lot of scheduling things. Like we changed the time, and then like my life changed, and so like I've started doing things differently.
Mm.
Um, just like because it used to be I was at my house every weekend, and now I'm not, so it's a whole big thing.
Yeah, and the week before that, we it was going to be me and Manos, but the audio decided to not work ever. The files were corrupted, so that never got up, and I was really upset too. It was funny as hell. Well, I have the memories. Eric doesn't. He wasn't there.
I remember nothing.
Well, that's because I am one of the men in black, Eric.
Oh, well now I know, and now I'm wearing my sunglasses, so you can't do anything.
Are they Christmas sunglasses? We have to go with the Christmas theme a lot this month.
I don't have Christmas sunglasses.
Do you have an ugly sweater? Anyway, we
No, I
better.
don't.
I'm
I
pretty
dress
sure
in style.
I'm pretty sure my mom can find me one. Okay, so we're gonna go with the news here. How about you take this one, Eric? Because I don't care about this.
The Spider-Man thing? Or do you want to talk about the
Oh
Green?
yeah, yeah. Oh, we were gonna do Green Lantern first, weren't we?
Yeah, because I haven't done a video on that, and that's because I thought I was gonna do a news show, and then I didn't do the news show that week.
And then horrible delays happened.
Yeah, so I would like to talk about the Green Lantern trailer.
Everyone, get your popcorn. I got mine already.
It looks okay. It
That is the epic moment, ladies and gentlemen.
it doesn't look like anything astounding. But that could just be like trailer moments. Like maybe the movie's really, really good and it just looks okay. Um, it didn't blow me away like Thor did. Uh, and I know the CG isn't completely done, but it doesn't look great in all places. Uh, I really, really like there's that line where he says the one thing a Green Lantern has to be above all else is fearless, and I'm not that. And I'm like, there's a character arc there. I don't know.
We'll have to mine for it.
Everyone's been saying, oh, it looks too jokey,
I
but
don't see that at all. Like too jokey. I don't think that at all. But
well,
then again, I'm a comedian.
well, the thing is, because someone made a great point where they were like, well, if you if you just made a trailer for Batman Begins where it was, nice coat and Alfred making fun of him when he for being dirty, people would be like, they don't get the character at all. They're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just, trying to make people think it's funnier than it's going to be. I don't know. It looks okay. It like I said, I'm not of the three big superhero movies next year, it's the one I'm least looking forward to. Not to say I'm not, because it looks okay,
I am the opposite spectrum of that.
but
I
that's
really want to
because
see this
you're a
movie.
Green Lantern guy.
Yes, I'm wearing a shirt right now. That's how lame I am, folks.
I I I'm more excited for Iron Man 3 right now than okay, to be fair, I'm more excited for Iron Man 3 than the Avengers, so.
Hmm.
Speaking of Iron Man, I just finished reading Haunted. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, the Mandarin's home base where he's gonna make extremists and release it and kill 97.5% of the world, Nebraska.
Yeah. I thought I recognized that guy.
Yeah, you should watch out for that.
God, he lives right next door too. He maniacally laughs and sometimes he. I was wondering why he looked like the Mandarin from the '90s cartoon during the summer.
He's not green though.
Oh, it's his tan.
All right, so the first actual news bit,
Yes.
the Spider-Man musical. Uh, so they had a preview showing.
And
Half
it
the
went
special effects,
horribly.
yeah, half the special effects didn't work. Apparently, there was a scene where a skyscraper was supposed to rise up with Mary Jane on top of it, and Spider-Man was supposed to swing in and catch her. Skyscraper never rose. Mary Jane didn't show up. Apparently, Spider-Man was just left dangling for a couple of minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently a lot of special effects didn't work. A lot of stunts didn't work. And then, well, actually, not and then. Right before they did the preview, like it was the night of or the night before, 60 Minutes did a spot on them. And first of all, I would like to preface something.
okay.
I like musicals. I don't like all musicals, but I like musicals.
I'm not gonna yell at you for that. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but
I like superheroes. I am not opposed necessarily to a superhero musical.
mhm.
However, I cannot, and if one was to make it to musical, Spider-Man probably has the best chance. But
I'd agree with that.
I will say, how anyone, anywhere, could think that this would be at all good when Bono is making it. I like the instant they're like Bono, I'm like, well, that's going to be a piece of shit right there now, isn't it?
We're all fucked, ladies and gentlemen.
Bono makes terrible music. But yeah, the 60-minute thing, this abomination that Bono has created costs
Mhm.
$1 million a week to keep running, and it doesn't work.
Wait. Really? To
Yeah,
keep it right?
could you
Hmm.
imagine putting $1 million into your car every week and still having it break down every time you go to drive it?
I might as well say, let's see, I got my match and my kerosene. Let's destroy it. Pretend I'm the Joker from Dark Knight. Let's just burn all the money.
Yeah, it's
Me and the Mandarin can do it since he's my
not
neighbor.
looking good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there. Again, I still don't care about this. I
I
never
want to
will
see
care
it.
about this. It sounds so bad, though. I'm like, God damn it, I want to see it too.
Train wreck waiting to happen.
Just want to go. I'm convinced there's a SNL sketch with Will Ferrell where he's Robert Goulet. It's the worst play of all time. One of the fake reviews they put up was halfway through I fell asleep, woke up, believe I was still dreaming, walked around on stage, and no one seemed to care.
There were people that, now note, it was a preview showing just for critics. People walked out.
Yeah,
These are people that were paid to give their opinion on the show, and they walked out.
there are there's a few movies that have that little badge of honor, someone walking out.
I also thought it was really strange that in the 60 Minutes thing, they show some like recording where
Hmm.
like they're making the music. Bono sung all of Peter Parker's songs, but he's not playing Peter Parker. That was
Well,
weird to me. Anyways, moving on
we
to more
talked
stuff.
about that way more than we ever planned on.
Well,
Ever.
there's a lot to say. When people are just burning through money for an abysmal, yeah, I. And then of course there was that statement in the interview where they go, nobody wants a $25 million Spider-Man show. I'm like, I don't want the $65 million Spider-Man show. Not to mention that they basically said if this isn't like one of the biggest selling musicals of all time on Broadway, it doesn't make its money back. It's going to fail.
Hmm.
And I want to say they showed a picture of Cats. They mentioned Cats, like it needs to be Cats big. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
here's the difference between Spider-Man and Cats. Aside from Cats being one of the worst things I've ever endured ever, because I saw that shit in a theater. Um, anyone can do Cats. This
Hmm.
cost $65 million and they still haven't got it right on Broadway. They are not selling this show out to small theaters in, towns.
Yeah.
So basically, if you don't live in New York or LA, you're probably never going to be able to see this. because it will not make it to your town.
If you want us to review it, send us a lot of money to go to New York.
Yeah, yeah. Send me like $400 for gas, and I will totally go see the show.
I can't get the Mandarin to finance us, so I need the money. And Mark Millar won't do it. He's too busy spending his money on haggis.
And probably on all those artists on his books.
True.
All right, so the next story is also Spider-Man. Actually, the next two stories are also Spider-Man. Do you want to talk about them together?
Well, they're on the same thing, aren't they?
No, it's
But
two different links. Oh, no.
no, that one's first class.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, so it is one. Okay.
I did fix that though. I did have two links for these two things on here, but I found one that had both. I'm
Okay.
special. Yes. They've one moment here. They've cast Peter Parker's parents in the reboot and a new villain. Ooh, a scary villain. I don't know his parents in the comics. I just want to point that out now.
I
I've
believe
never.
his parents are SHIELD agents.
You believe this?
I believe in my heart his parents were SHIELD. No, no, I'm pretty sure that there's an issue or a story arc where he finds out his parents were SHIELD agents. Um,
Someone tell us this.
I'm not saying that's canonical, but I believe it is.
I hope it is. That sounds
Um,
badass. And
they probably won't do that in the movie because they can't use SHIELD, but
no, they'll call it something different. Like
and
we're
the villain, because somebody posted, they're like, "Who's Van Adder?" I'm like, I what? So
yeah.
I looked it up. Van Adder was the second Green Goblin. So this is either going to be a Green Goblin, a proto Green Goblin, or it's going to be like Iron Man, where they just kind of use a name and they do their own thing with it.
Hmm. And also the guy's wife is cast too.
Yeah, he has a wife.
Who cares? The Mandarin. We got to get Mandarin references in. We haven't done it enough lately.
So then we actually move on to First Class.
Ray Wise is in it.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
he's playing the Secretary of State.
He doesn't have a name. He's just playing the Secretary of State. I
Well,
love
what
that.
was funny was how it's written. The Secretary of State of the United States of America. I was
You
like,
know,
there's a little redundancy there.
and yet I really hope they don't give him an actual name. They call him that.
He's just always Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, we need your attention
I
now.
want it to just be Satan.
Yes, I agree. Because I haven't said this enough, but I loved Reaper.
Reaper was good.
Reaper was badass.
I mean, like, I didn't like sit down and watch it. Like I watched it here and there, but
Oh, I did. It was
well,
awesome.
I don't have cable or regular TV.
I
So,
do, Eric.
well, aren't you just rich and famous?
For a guy who lives in Bumtown.
Yeah, because you are in fact a bum who just happens to be rich.
I'm a bum at heart, and I love to live the way and help charity. But apparently, if you help out charities, you're considered a bum. Thanks, Eric. I'm sure
The next article.
is involving our beloved executive producer and sponsor, Mark Millar. He is launching a convention in London, Kapow Comic Con.
He's really, really pushing this whole like making England better thing.
He is.
Except he's Scottish, so it's weird.
Exactly. Yeah. We can't go. Maybe we should send Mike there, and he could report there.
Yeah.
With the camera crew. We should talk to him about
So
that.
so give us each a couple $100 to go to Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, and then give us some more money. We'll wire it to Kajib, and he'll buy a camera and one of those like nice like news mics, and he'll actually go to Comic-Con and report. If you want this, send us money now.
I'll figure out how, but send it. Send it via carrier pigeon for all I care.
Well,
No, wait, don't send it in the mail. The Mandarin takes my mail.
we'll open up a one of those fancy dancy things that you put on your YouTube, where people are like, I will give you money, and you're like, all right, if you insist.
If you insist. Because, this show's worth paying for.
Yeah, totally.
We have to switch over real quick, but
I refuse.